Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Nasir, and welcome to the Storytime movie. The one that I uploaded to this channel before this, it had to be taken down due to a lot of mistakes I made in the video, which I will not be making. I'll make sure I will not make in this video. I'm going to be listening and and carefully analyzing the things I'm saying. Sorry, I'm a little bit sluggish because I stayed up a while doing this. So, in this story, I'm gonna jump right into it. There are four main characters, and I'm changing their names from the last video. I'm keeping one name, which is Penny. I'm changing one guy's name, who's like the main guy of the story. I'm naming him Gold. Then I'll name the other guy Silver. I'll name the girl in the story. I'll name her Purple. I think that's a good name for her. Yeah. Well, all of these characters. Oh, and 21. One of my like good friends. That's a part of the story. So let's jump right into it because I know that's what you guys are here for. So it all started with innocent bet in my freshman year. As I was new to the school, I set my sights on trying to pursue a partner, like a lover, and so did my friend Silver. Me and Silver wanted to try to get some type of girl or any girl because we is literally lonely ninth graders, you know. And we made a little bet, and we was like, because we met this girl, her name was Purple, and this other girl whose name was irrelevant, but we met her, and we both thought she was really good looking, and he was like, "Oh, I bet you I can get together with her first." Now, according to Silver, she admitted that she liked him before she admitted that she liked me, which I wouldn't completely disagree with because you'll see later on in the story why I don't disagree with this. But how you admitting your love to someone and another, whatever. And before I go on too, in the video I made before this, I felt like I was on a time bomb. Well, this one is way longer. Now, if any of you watching this actually heard the most of the story up to like where I stopped at the on the other video, you could just skip like 30 minutes ahead in this video because it's honestly gonna just be a rehash. So back into it. I said to I said to Purple, not like any other way. I was like, hey, look over there is your friend, and she like ran up to her and she was like, oh my gosh, Purple, come look at this. And her friend was staring at this guy, and she was like, "Oh, isn't he so attractive?" And Purple was like, "No, I actually like another guy. I have my heart set on him." And she was like, "Oh, okay, whatever. He's still good looking though." So I was walking her to class the next period, and while we was on our way there, I was a little jealous, like little tiny bit of jealousy there because I liked her and I saw her looking at another guy. I was like, oh man, she's not gonna ever like me. I'm gonna lose at this bet. And she was like, oh, yeah, I like someone else and stuff. Cause I asked her about it. I was like, oh, that guy in the cafeteria. And she was like, yeah, I like someone else. I was like, well, who is it? And she was like, the guy I like is you and stuff. She admitted that she secretly had a crush on me. So at first I said I'll think about it, and I was like, we had class together after that. It was awkward. I was honestly thinking, but later I texted her off through Snapchat because her friend gave me her Snapchat, and I was like, you know what? Honestly, I think I'll agree to this. I didn't make that clear in the video before this too. That's one of the mistakes that I was messaging her through Snapchat. So that's what we always messaged off of, and I was like, yeah, I want to be your boyfriend, and I promise to be the most loyal boyfriend ever, blah, blah. You know, my little speeches. And she was like, yeah, okay. And we had like a lot of good times, to be honest. And her friend 21, who I mentioned in the other video before this, no need for introductions with her. She was like, if you break my little purple's heart, I'm gonna punch you in the face and make your nose bigger than it already is. And I was like, well, damn, she has protective friends. She must be an actual nice girl, and nobody wants her heart to be broken. And I swore to myself that I wouldn't do anything to hurt her up from that point. Now, that doesn't mean anything was stopping her from doing the same to me, breaking my heart. So, one day, I met this kid. His name is Gold. I'll name him Gold. Make sure I'm not saying any of their names in this video. So Gold, right? I walked up to him. The reason why I approached him is because I noticed he was wearing like a keychain with Naruto on it or whatever. It was something anime involved. I walked up to him. I was like, "Hey, you're cool," or whatever, and I honestly thought he was cool. We got to talking. He was talking about how much he loved anime, and I was like, "Oh, I could show you a bunch of cool new ones," and we became like friends, right? I guess off of meeting me, he started to get to know my girlfriend because he would be like, "Oh, who's that girl?" I guess that's how he met her, and then people was like, "Oh, that's Nasir's girlfriend." I just thought I said her name, but I didn't. Good thing. But it was like, "That's Nasir's girlfriend." Oh, whatever. And they was like, "Really?" He gives off like the vibe that he's like gay. I don't know. And they was like, I don't know. He's dating her though, so I guess he's not. And I guess that he felt this vibe from me. He just felt like he could just hop in at any moment, swoop in and just take her, because like his mentality, I'm thinking, is probably like, oh, he's gay anyway. He probably won't care if I do this. Whatever. But he went to start like hanging out with her. And now, before I go on from this point, when I originally made the first video, I looked at it and this guy said to me, he said that he wasn't the one that showed her how to smoke weed. It was her that did it. It was her that showed him how to smoke weed. And the reason why I know that this is a lie and why I believe so strongly that this is a lie is because of two reasons. One reason being that he is known for being a liar amongst all of my peers, all my friends. Everyone knows he's a liar and a thief. The second reason is because he told me a story a long time ago about how, oh, when I was younger, this group of guys like forced me to smoke weed and I had no other choice because I was in such a broken neighborhood. So if you did that when you was a child, how did she introduce you to smoking weed? A girl who has told me specifically, because I was talking to her about this before you even met her. I was like, you don't do any type of drugs or anything, like, oh, you don't smoke weed because I don't really like that. She was like, no, I never did that in my life. I never did that in my life. That's what she said to me. But anyway, that is what he told me that she showed him. But that is not how it went. I'm rambling. Let's move on. So, I'm going to say what it actually is, because that's all bullshit. That's not what really happened. He showed her how to smoke weed. Period. That's what happened. He showed her how to do it. She started getting into it. She got addicted, sort of. Then, once she started getting into that, she started hanging out with him more, because I guess she saw him as a little weed buddy, a person she could get her daily dose of weed from. Well, she out of nowhere one day, after she continued to get close to him, them two ended up in a staircase together one day. A little staircase. And I know you guys know where this is going. And like I said before, if I did say this before earlier in the video, if you want to skip through this like 30 minutes ahead, you're going to want to, because I already made these points already and I already told the story. It's for those who are watching again. But I'm from the evidence I'm hearing from a reliable source, actually. One of them started joking around. They started laughing or whatever in the staircase while they was drinking alcohol at 14 and 15 years of age. Once they did this, Purple, I almost said her real name. Purple was like, oh, you better shut up before I kiss you, to Gold. And Gold was like, whoa, don't you have a whole boyfriend? And she was like, he's not here, is he? So what does it matter? And one thing led to another. Both of them ended up kissing. They both did. Or making out. Who knows? I don't know. I wasn't there. And right after this happened, I was walking home. And the guy, Gold, he came up to me. And he was like, yo, I don't want any problems with you. Because you seem like a really cool guy, to be honest. But your girlfriend pounced on me. She just kissed me. This is the first story I'm hearing. Story number 1. My girlfriend, Purple, pounced on top of Gold. He had no power over it. He just stood there while he just stood there helpless while she took over him and kissed him. That's what happened. That's what I heard. Now, after I heard that from him, I was like, this is unbelievable. I better go talk to my girlfriend about this. Went home, texted Purple off of Snapchat. I was like, so I'm hearing this from Gold. Is this true? And I explained the whole story to her. She was like, no, I would never fucking kiss Gold. He looks like a fucking dog. Oh my gosh. Like, why would I ever do that? He's just a weed buddy. That's all I use him for. I literally use him to just smoke weed with him. Which also wouldn't make sense why she would be the one to introduce him to weed when she's the one getting the weed from him. Another point made in the video. I'm way more calm than I was in the original video. But after she told me that, I was like, okay, I believe you. Because that's what you're supposed to do in a relationship. You're supposed to trust people. And I know an example of trust. Because I am in a trusting, loving relationship right now. And for those who didn't know that, who are probably going to be surprised when they see this video, or whatever, but by two things that yes, I'm in a relationship with another boy my age. Yes, I identify as homosexual right now, and at the time of this story, I identified as bisexual. Now, that wasn't anybody's business, but, you know, it got spread around before. And a full coming out video will be coming up soon. But I just want to get the point across that my boyfriend now, he's never done anything to hurt me. Ooh, sorry. Never done anything to hurt me. All he is loyal. All he is loving. Before I even made this video, he told me to get some rest because he cares about me. Which is something, obviously, this girl lacked. But anyway, moving on. I went to school the next day. I found out people was talking about this little Purple and Gold drama like it was a whole big topic around the school. And I was like, how does everybody know about this? How is it being talked about? And this was all due to a girl who I'm naming Towel. And I named her Towel in the last video. Towel came up to me and she was like, oh, everyone knows because I was there to see it and I didn't know how to tell you. And oh my gosh, this is the third story I'm hearing now. She said she was there. She has no reason to lie to me at all. Absolutely no reason. She saw them in the staircase, and she saw them two kissing each other. Like, it was consensual on both sides. The 3 stories I heard so far. Oh my gosh, she kissed me. I couldn't get her off me. Oh my god, I never fucking kissed him. Like, he looks like a fucking dog. Oh, I saw them kiss each other. They both was kissing back. And blah, blah, blah. Obviously, the third story was the most believable. And, like, the reason why it was is because I found out it was true later. And also, I'm going to add on to this video. He told me another one of his lies, I guess. But I remember this. It might not be one of his lies, or I just don't remember. But this is what I clearly remember. Remember, everyone who's watching this story is told from my perspective of the situation. So don't be like, oh, Nasir's lying in the video. I'm not lying. This is all true. Like, from what I remember, from what I've heard, the things I've seen. This is my truth. that is what these stories are about. But anyways, yes, where was I? You see, I gotta stop getting scrambled. I gotta stop. I was like, yeah, this sounds the most believable. Like, I literally have no reason not to believe you because we have nothing against each other. So, and she was like, yeah, you should talk to her about it. And like I was saying before, that's what I was gonna say. Gold was like, after I made the first like original version of this video, he was like, oh my gosh, I never admitted to kissing her back. So what are you talking about? He actually did when I approached him about it. I approached him calmly. That's why I didn't approach him aggressive because I still saw him as a cool guy because he never even had to bring up the situation to me, but he did, and I respected him for that. I was like, "You're cool. Like, just let me know. Like, you let me know about this. Thank you." But I was like, "They told me that you kissed her back." And he was there when that girl was telling me this story, the girl Towel. I remember him being there with me when she told me this. And I was like, oh, so it's true. You did kiss her back. And he just did that same face. He did that usual face he makes. He was like, when he gets caught in a lie. And I was just like, whatever. I don't even have time to deal with that right now. So I went over to Purple. I was like, Purple, so you lied then, because my friend Towel, she told me that, you actually did kiss him and y'all was kissing each other. And she could have lied and still tried to cover it up. But no, she just gave herself up at that point. She was like, yeah, I did. Oh my gosh. Like, it's not that big of a deal though. It's just a kiss. Like, he looks like a fucking dog. She kept saying that about him. Like, I will never do that. And blah, blah, blah. Like, I'll never do it again. Like, I just get weed from him. Saying the usual stuff she said. So I was like, I'm not gonna, because I'm not a bad guy, you see. I don't know if, like, I'm probably a little angry in this video now, but the personas I give off in the other videos, the way I act, I mean, in my videos, is the way I act in real life. The way I act in person. I don't give off a fake personality on the camera. The way I'm acting now is the way I act towards people I love and people I interact with on the outside world. So, you're getting the real me right now. I'm telling this in a whole calmer type of way. So, then I did an original video. Sorry if I seem sluggish. I'm a bit tired. But, Purple, right? I just said to her, I was like, oh boy. You should, like, tone it down with him. Tone your friendship down. You guys are, like, a little too close. And it makes me uncomfortable. I didn't tell her to stop hanging out with him. I was just like, okay, you need to tone it down with him. She was like, okay, I will, blah, blah, blah. And, like, not even a week after this happened. So, she got caught with weed in school. And she got put in the dean's office. And they was like, young lady, where did you get this weed from? Was it from someone in our school? And her dumbass was like, oh, yeah, I got it from one of the guys in school, oh my gosh. And they was like, who did you get it from? Are you guys ready who she said she got it from? I know people watching this are some people who already saw it, like in the first video. But she said, Nasir Thompson gave me the weed. Nasir Thompson gave it to her. Who, what, where, when, why, how. Okay. But she said I did it. And I was like, When I got called down to the dean's office right after they kicked her out, they was like, okay, we're going to talk to this kid ASAP. They called me in. They was like, we have reason to believe you're influencing this young lady to consume illegal substances. And I was like, oh, that is totally not me. You got the wrong guy. I was trying to explain to them that I would never do something like that. And they was like, well, we find that hard to believe because your record says otherwise. It was a record of me skipping math class for 2 weeks. And I was like, oh, I was in the wrong class. I'm sorry. I was explaining that. And they was like, oh, no, it still seems fishy. We're going to keep a close watch on you. We're going to have the security guards in the school follow you around sometimes and make sure you're not doing anything to, like, mess up this lady's record or whatever. And they was like, and if they catch me with drugs, they're gonna expel me or whatever, or not expel, suspend or whatever they was gonna do. And I was like, wow. And right when I stepped out of the dean's office, I got a call from an unknown caller. When I got on the phone with this person, they said, "Oh, this is Purple's mother." And when I heard like from other people, they was like, "Oh, it's not her mom. Like her mom wouldn't do that." That's what I heard. This is what I heard. They said that they was her mother. So I was like, okay. I started listening to this lady curse me out over the phone, full on curse me out, and it was like, "You fucking bitch! You're making my daughter into a juvenile. Like, oh my gosh!" And I was just like trying to calm her down. Most of the time, I was just listening in on her, like, saying this. And I think at one point I was like, "No, ma'am, you got it all wrong. It's not me." She was like, "Yeah, right. This is why I don't let my daughter date niggers." And she hung up the phone. And I was like, wow. And I approached Purple about this. Whew. I'm pretty sure I didn't say her name so far. Whew. I was like, "Hey, Purple, why is, like, I think your mom, why is she saying all this? Like, and why did I get called in for this? Like, I didn't do this. You know I don't smoke weed." And I was like, "Who really gave it to you? Who gave you the weed?" And she was like, Gold did, but I didn't want to get him in trouble, so I said it was you. You didn't want to get your friend in trouble, but you wanted to get your boyfriend in trouble. Like, where's the logic in that? Tell me where. But I forgave her for this. I was just like, I brushed it off. I was like, whatever. This girl continues on doing this. Now, in the first video, I mentioned that my friend Silver was there, but honestly, we're both unsure if he was there or not, but I know his girlfriend, who is one of my close friends right now, I love her, like, honestly, I love her. She was there, because I remember her coming up to me and telling me that they kissed. Well, during, like, while them two was hanging out in private, or smoking weed, or doing whatever, and his girlfriend wasn't smoking weed, apparently. She was just there with them, hanging out. When them two was together, I don't know if she said it, to be honest. I don't know who said it, but they was like, "Oh, why don't we just kiss again?" Like, Purple and Gold kiss. And, he didn't think I would see it. Gold posted on Snapchat, he was like, kissing her again, or making out with her, and saying, I think he put, like, "I love her so much," or whatever on it. And, like, he started, he just put it on Snapchat, on his story on Snapchat. And he didn't think I would see it, because I didn't have it on Snapchat, but I ended up seeing it through my friend Penny. My friend Penny showed it to me. I think it was him. Most likely it was him, because I vividly remember him, like, doing this. He came up to me, he was like, "Oh, Nas, look at this, bro." And I saw it, I was like, wow, this is really some grimy shit. So, I went up to Purple again. I was like, I addressed this situation. I was like, I know what happened, I know that this happened. And she, being typical old Purple, started breaking down and crying. She was like, "Please don't leave me. I know I said this before, and I won't do it again." And I was like, this is your last chance. If you end up kissing him, doing something with him, anything in an intimate type of way, I'm going to cut it off. I'm cutting off y'all relationship right now. Like, y'all friendship. Because I do not want y'all to be friends. I don't want y'all to associate with each other. If you don't cut that off, I'm cutting you off. Plain and simple. She got the point. She was like, "Okay, I won't go near him anymore," right? So I was like, oh, it's fine. It's all fine and dandy then. So then, I was alright with this. Like, everything was fine. But soon, this is where another lie kicks in from this guy Gold. This guy Gold, man. So, apparently, according to him, he wasn't even at the party when everyone, all my friends who I texted after I made the original video of, like, original version of this video, I was like, didn't he say he was at the party? Didn't he? And then everyone was like, yeah, he said he was there. He said it to my face. My face. My fucking face. He said it to my face. He was like, oh, I was at the party. I saw her at the party. She said to me, Purple. She came up to me after this happened. She was like, he was at the party and I was avoiding him. Another lie. Another one. Anyways, she asked me to go to this party that was happening a day after the day she was asking me. And I was like, well, why do you need to ask me to go to a party? Why do you feel the need to do that? She was like, because Gold is going to be there. And I was like, I'll allow you to go there, but do not talk to him while you're over there. And she was like, okay. And I feel like she really, honestly, followed this. Now, before the party actually goes down, I actually left out a key point that I made in the original version of this video. So there was this one day where she convinced me to skip. And, like, I was with this guy, I'll call him Red, and he was just talking about how busting her body is. He was like, yo, your girlfriend got the cake. Yo, she's mad pretty. Yo, I would totally hit. I'm like, yeah, but that's disrespectful. I'm right fucking here. Like, why are you doing that? That's my girlfriend. Like, chill. And he was like, oh, no, bro. I'm just saying, like, she's really good looking and you're lucky. And I was like, yeah, okay. And he led us down to this, like, to the field, the outside of the school, like the field area. And they was gonna go under like this dark area on the track field. And I really didn't want to skip class, so I was just like, yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna go back to class because I really don't want to do this right now. Because I felt like I was gonna get pressured into smoking weed that day. And she was like, okay, whatever. And she went into a dark tunnel area with a bunch of other guys. Who knows what she did there? But this guy Red pops up at the party. So, Purple pops up at the party. I really hope I didn't say her name. I feel like I did again. Fudge. If I rewatch this and I did, I'm going to be so upset with myself. But, Purple went to the party. She ended up doing a bunch of whatever she was doing there because she ended up getting crazy. And guess what she did, guys? Just guess. A 14-year-old girl. What could a 14-year-old girl possibly do at a party? I'll tell you. She walked into a bathroom, bedroom, wherever the hell she was. There was 7 guys in there. This girl, Purple, she had sex with 7 guys, including that Red guy. Because they was all at the party. They was the only people she knew. I'm guessing that's who it was from. And also, I'm told this wasn't even the only instance where she got quote-unquote gangbanged by people, because my friend Silver told me, exclusive from this video, well, like, not exclusive for this video, like, apart from her even dating me, I think this is like months after we broke up, she had like a threesome with some other kids that I know, that I'm not even going to give names, in a staircase of our school. You're just fucking in the staircase of our school. That's disgusting. That is new in this video. I didn't even know about this. My friend Silver told me that. Now, okay, so this girl, right? Purple. Apparently, Gold told me. Gold said this. I was at the party. I saw her going crazy. She was avoiding me. It was so weird. I saw her going crazy. I saw her making poor decisions. And it was just hurting me, you know? So I busted into wherever she was. And I carried her out. and I rescued her. I saved her from those guys. I kind of find it hard to believe that a guy like Gold would bust into a room with 7 guys who are obviously doing this with a girl. They would just be like, oh yeah, just take her away. I feel like for even busting in there, they would like be like, what the fuck? And they would put up some type of fight. They wouldn't just stand there watching him like carry her out. Like, it obviously was a struggle carrying her out because she's not heavy. I mean, she's not light. I was about to say heavy. She is not light. It would take a while to carry her ass out of there. So, there's some form of lying in there. There's always some form of lying when it comes to him. Gold is just a big old liar. Whew. But anyway. Right after this happened, according to someone, well, I don't know, one of the guys at the party that was having sex with Purple, they recorded her. So, this video was going around the freshmen in my school. None of the upperclassmen cared because this is a little freshman drama, right? Little freshman drama. And this video was like circulating and people started calling her a hoe. And I didn't know about this. But one of my friends, I don't even remember who it was specifically, but they came up to me and they showed me the video. And I was watching it. I was like, no way that's her. Are you kidding me? And they was like, yeah, bro, I was going to show you at first, but I'm so sorry. And blah, blah, blah. And of course, I'm pissed. And I approached her about it. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And she was like, yeah, I'm sorry, playing the whole sorry shit. No. I cut it off right there. That's the line. That's where I draw the line. That's where the line is drawn. And I was like, no, sorry, I'm going to have to break up with you. And all her friends found out. They was like, oh, I can't believe it. They was always on her side up to this point. They was like, she actually was cheating on you all those times. Like, oh my gosh. Now, this is where the grimiest shit comes up into place. So if you're my friend, right, and you're my homie or whatever, and you're supposed to be, like, not my best friend at this time, but my friend, and, like, I'm just looking out for you, bro. Why the fuck you gonna go behind my back and start dating, like, the girl you was helping cheat on me? He dated her right after we just got through this whole thing. He was like, oh, yeah, he shouldn't have a problem with me dating her. What kind of fucking friend would do that? Are you fucking kidding me? And you think that's okay? You think that's cute? You think that's funny? You think... I don't even need to keep going on with that, because it's obviously stupid why anyone would be like, oh yeah, he's my friend still, even though